Hi everyone, welcome back to Peaceful Oracle. This is your weekly Oracle and Tarot card reading for September 20th to the 26th. I did decide that I was going to actually pull tarot cards for each of the signs this week, so I'm changing it up a little bit there. I'll still be pulling an animal oracle card, but we're going to do something a little bit different and do tarot cards for the each zodiac sign after we go through the weekly energy. So just wanted to mention that real quick. So this week is actually kind of intense, I'm going to be honest. So as I was tuning into the energy, I saw an image of a swan. And swans are usually very graceful, peaceful, and what it looked like was there was the swan was floating around in a beautiful pond, and above the pond there was a home, a brick home, and it kind of sounded or felt like there was some chaos or some quarrel happening in the home, but the swan was just gently floating along, kind of minding its own business. And then I also saw an image of a red macaw, a parrot, fly in and start to kind of almost like sound the alarm. So I feel like this coming week, there is this dualistic energies of a lot of energy happening outside of us, and then some of us just kind of needing to be still and kind of stay within our energy. So maybe some of us are going to be challenged to stay very connected with ourselves. I also saw that there might be sudden shifts happening, like things suddenly happening. I heard moving out. So maybe some of you may be experiencing someone suddenly moving out, or you may be suddenly moving out or suddenly moving somewhere. And it kind of feels like there are these, things that are kind of may happen out of left field, or kind of just all of a sudden someone canceling something, or they can't make it to an event or something like that. So I think that the best way that I really liked seeing that swan, because I think what the spirit was trying to show me was keep yourself grounded, keep yourself tethered to yourself, really, because to your peace, to your inner peace, because that may be challenged within you this week, because it just kind of feels like there's some shifting, there's a lot of moving pieces. The parrot, I kind of feel like there might be an announcement, or there might be some kind of something coming to light, or something being revealed, and it's attracting everybody's attention, and it may be something where it kind of shakes up the energy a bit. So there's this kind of dualistic energy there. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up that that's what I was tuning into. So if you kind of need to increase your meditation practices, or kind of pull out whatever you have in your spiritual toolbox to help you relax and kind of retreat, or some kind of sanctuary or refuge that you have this week, if some of you are experiencing some of the things that I was feeling, then this would be a good week to pull those out. I'm also hearing that some individuals may not see things from your perspective. And I think that, so there might be, and I think they're bringing me back to the image of the quarreling of the people in the home. And I'm seeing that it's like a difference of opinions, and it's like this, standstill. One person wanting the other one to do what they want, and vice versa. Or just the other one kind of standing up for themselves, that kind of thing. So that's the energy that I'm sensing. So, I'm hearing to stay true to yourself and what feels right for you. It doesn't have to make sense for another, for you to be able to validate what you're experiencing, or what your inner truth is, your individualistic truths. So what works for you is not going to work for everybody else, is what I'm seeing. So something along those lines. So however that applies, take it for what you will. So, okay. So let me get into the cards here. Let's see what we have coming up for the beginning of the week here for September 20th to September 26th. Open your heart. Oh my goodness. And there's a swan. Beautiful. So there may be an opportunity for a deepening in connection with another, I'm seeing. I feel like there is this, as there might be a division between others who may not see eye to eye with you or resonate with you. I'm also seeing at the same time that you may also find a connection with others who do. So some of you may experience a change or a shift in your social circles, in your partnerships, or the people that you surround yourself with. It kind of feels like there is an ending to something old and a transitioning in of something new and different, but something that just really resonates way more with who you are now or where you are right now in your life. And I feel like with the swan in this photo, in this image, is like there's this protection around these two individuals. The woman is, in her full form, and it looks like the man is kind of transparent. But that energy is there. So there's kind of like this protection around protecting what's sacred and protecting what matters to you, and protecting and also being very, you may also have to be in a space where you feel like you're in it alone, but at the same time you are protected and safe within that. I'm hearing you don't have to open yourself up to those who don't, where you don't get that feeling of safety and security around, that this is going to be a good time to kind of be very discerning about where you give your energy and who you give your energy to. I'm also hearing that some of you may feel like you're being sucked into certain conversations or certain dynamics where you feel like you have to defend yourself or you feel like you have to explain yourself. And it kind of feels like there is a need to just like withdraw, like you don't need to play the game with others. So I am seeing that. And it does kind of feel like there's a new world transitioning in. I'm seeing a journey out of something and going into something else. But this something else, this new world, feels so much better than where you came from. It feels like there's something that just fits so much better. And I feel like you won't know the feeling until you're experiencing it. So it'll be hard to pinpoint what exactly it is you're about to experience until you actually experience it. So there's just this kind of waiting for this. And I kind of feel like it's not a long wait. It's just a lot of shifting and moving pieces. So if it feels like things are kind of being shaken up or things are kind of happening unexpectedly or suddenly, just know that it's happening for a reason and it needs to be done, whether we understand why it's happening right now. It kind of feels like there's something that just needs to shift and we need to just ride that wave. There's no point in resisting or fighting it. That's only going to make it more difficult for us to understand our role or our place in it and what we need to do in order to make the transition smoother. Wow. Big message. Okay. What do we have coming up for the middle of the week of September 20th to September 26th? Wow. Okay. So we have 3 cards here. So we have the acceptance of love, the inner truths, yes, absolutely, and new experiences and possibilities. So what I'm hearing here is that, so in this middle of the week, there might be a lot of opportunities so for those of you who are in a partnership, might be a very significant week where love really comes in. So you may find that your relationship deepens, that that there's something that may bond you two together on a deeper level, like take it to another level. And there's also with the inner truths. So all 3 of these cards, I really love all of 3 of these cards because they are so interconnected. So what I'm seeing is that with the inner truths, it's like I said before, staying true to yourself, holding your ground, and following your intuition, and not really feeling like you need to explain yourself to other people. There's so many different paths that this little girl can take as she's trying to figure out what is the best option for her. And so, she can't take all of them, right? She can only take one of them. And so what's right for her is not going to be right for everybody else. And sometimes that doesn't come with validation. We just have to trust that we know what is best for us. So it's kind of walking confidently in that and holding a candle up for ourselves so we can support ourselves in that. But I do feel like with that comes a reward. It comes with following our inner truths and being true to ourselves. And sometimes that even requires making hard and difficult and courageous choices. Because sometimes we choose things that go against what everybody else wants for us, or what everybody else is doing, or what everybody else thinks. And that can be a difficult thing, because you risk being ostracized or left out in the cold kind of thing. But what I'm seeing is that you may be pleasantly surprised that as you make certain choices for yourself without feeling like you owe another person explanation, or you're doing it to people please, you're doing it more for your inner truth, that the universe, spirit, the world, life wants to reward you for that. And that's what I'm seeing with the new experiences and possibilities. When we make those choices, we say yes to a different way of doing things. We say yes to a new path, a new world, new people, new opportunities, that kind of thing. So I'm really feeling like it's a really good idea this week to follow your instincts. It's going to be very, very important, because there is a gift on the other end of it that is not going to be revealed to you until you do it. So it's one of those things. It's going to be a challenge and trust. It's going to be a challenge to just listen to your voice, and then it'll kind of, show you what that gift is. And part of it, I'm feeling, if I could give any kind of clue, it has something to do with love and the heart. And this could also be, even if you're not in a partnership, even if you're not in a romantic, if this is not a romantic thing, for some of you, it could be where you really connect with a group of friends. It could be you connect with a line of work that really opens your heart, that you really connect with on a creative level, on a passionate level. So there is an undertone of a connection with the heart space, and a connection with a deeper and spiritual, more meaningful way of living your life, because we chose to listen to our inner truth, and we kind of shut out all that chaotic noise outside of us, and we became the swan that just gracefully floats underneath, along the pond, along the stream, that just, she's, the swan is in her own space, and she is not engaging herself. She can hear it, she can hear the chaos that's happening in the home above her, but she pays it no mind. She's just in her own space, and she's floating gracefully. So that's kind of what we want to embody this week, and probably even going forward as well. Okay, so let's see what we have coming up for the end of the week here. What do we have coming up for the end of the week of September 20th to the 26th? Yeah, love this. Assurance, yeah. So I hope that you can see this card of assurance as a confirmation that everything is going to be okay. And I know that is cliche to say, and sometimes things are not okay. But in terms of this reading, there is something about taking a risk, and a very strong message of taking a risk. And for some of you, it's an action that you need to take. So for some, I really did strongly see, and I saw it as well when I was shuffling the card for the end of the week, of someone just kind of realizing that where they are right now, like kind of packing their bags and just leaving. And I don't know what situation you're in or what the dynamic is, but it just kind of felt like it was a long time coming and you just didn't see it until you saw it. And then when you see it, it's like you can't unsee it. And now you have to move, like once you know something, once you know the truth of something, it's like, I can't stay here now that I know this. So it's that kind of feeling. It's that kind of experience that I'm seeing. So there is something very strong. And I love that the inner truth card is right smack dab in the middle of this reading. This is the basis for the undertone for this week and probably even the coming months. I think that this is a week of just, kind of being very honest about where you stand about something and just kind of coming out with it. Because it kind of feels like there is something dismantling, and it's dismantling whether you, for lack of better wording, whether you like it or not, like it's happening, right? And so it's kind of forcing us to move. It's forcing us to get out, or to make that transition or to speak up and say what we need to say. So, so that's what I meant by this week is kind of intense, because if we are sitting on the fence about stuff, or we're not really wanting to, we're kind of avoiding something, avoiding having that conversation, avoiding, doing the thing that we know that we really should do, and it's going to make us happier in the end. This week, you may feel that push from the universe of, okay, it's time, right? It's time. But I really love this assurance card, because the assurance card is this comfort, right? It's this this message of everything is going to be okay. And there is a reason why things are unfolding in the way they are. And again, they're bringing me back to that image of, you're not going to know what the reward is until you follow your truth, until you actually do the thing and you go off of trust. So this is a true challenge of trust, trusting yourself, trusting what you know, and really following that instinct. And I'm also seeing that this is also a practice in strengthening your ability to validate yourself. When you develop that ability to validate yourself and not have to confirm or cross-check with other people around you, am I okay? Am I making the right decision? Did I do the right thing? We become stronger within, right? We become stronger people. We feel more confident walking through life, being able to trust ourselves, that we know how to make the right choices for ourselves. So I'm hearing from Spirit that, this is also a lesson in being able to trust yourself, being able to challenge yourself to do the thing and completely just be like, it's just based solely off of, this is just what I know is right for me. So powerful week ahead. Yeah, beautiful. All right. So I want to get into the signs. I'm going to start off with Capricorn here. I'm going to pick 3 cards for each sign as well. So what do we have coming up for Capricorn for the week of the 20th to the 26th? It's the first card, 8 of Pentacles. Really enjoying your work. Capricorn, you've been really in this beautiful workspace lately. You've been really working on something very important to you, something that is almost kind of like being able to just lose yourself in your work. I'm seeing that you're very driven. I'm feeling like this is driven energy, very goal oriented, something that is coming to a close, like almost like you're finishing up a project, a big project. Something you've been working on for a long time. I'm hearing it's something that has a lot to do with your growth, like your journey. So maybe some of you are working on some creative projects where it's something you're putting out there, and it's a symbolism, or it's like I'm hearing the word epitome of all that you've experienced and all that you've been through. It's like you poured yourself into something. You poured all of who you are and all of what you know. You're kind of giving something all you got. There's something, and that is starting to come to a close. Like the project is finishing. You're ready to put it out. You're ready to present something. And this could also be, I'm also hearing this is also about your inner work. This is also about something where you might have been really working on yourself, and there's something that you're kind of ready to present this new you, right? Like this new you to the world. Is something you're excited about is what I'm seeing. Okay. Capricorn, September 20th to 26th. Four of Swords. Okay, so make sure you rest. Make sure you are you're finding time. You're not overworking yourself. I am seeing that you might be overworking yourself, so make sure you balance. You are able to balance your schedules there. I'm also seeing to pay attention to your dreams. You may actually discover an idea with your dreams. Something may kind of dawn on you, or some solution to a problem. So maybe this week would be a good week to have that pocketbook next to your bed and a pen. Okay. Ace of Cups. This is so beautiful. And there you have one more card. It just fell on the floor, so let me just grab that real fast. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Okay. So go time, right? Knight of Wands. That's the energy of, charging full ahead, charging right on ahead with your ideas, putting yourself out there. And it's about also having the energy and enthusiasm to kind of, to really, I'm hearing like really believe in yourself. I'm really feeling like you really believe in yourself. And I also love the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a overflowing of emotions. It's an overflowing good emotions, right? It's also possibilities in new partnerships and relationships. It's new beginnings there. Lots of potential for happiness. So whatever it is that you're doing, Capricorn, it does really feel like there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential for success. There's potential for emotional happiness as well, like something that really fits really well with you and just is right up your alley, or really speaks to your talents and your skills. So it kind of feels like this is more with work, but it also kind of brings in a emotional aspect to it. It brings a connection with you feeling joy and feeling contentment, and it kind of just opens you up, and it makes your heart open. And I'm also seeing that as your heart opens, that there's more ideas that will start pouring through you. So it's almost like this domino effect, that as you start one thing and you see kind of how it unfolds, that, it kind of leads and inspires the next idea. And I kind of feel like you'll be on this momentum, or this trajectory of wanting to do the next thing, and then the next thing, and then the next thing. And then that's how you're kind of building your empire. You're building this strong foundation because you're just taking that one brick at a time. You're laying the one brick at a time. So this is really exciting. This is really, really beautiful. I love this. Okay, let's pick out your animal totem for this week, Capricorn. It is Capricorn's animal totem for September 20th. Trust in the magic. Yeah. Okay. Beautiful. So trust. So what I heard from Spirit was keep doing what you're doing and leave the rest to Spirit. So just trust that, you're also co-creating with Spirit as well. I'm hearing that whatever it is that you're doing, that it is divinely inspired. So you may, even if you're aware of it or not, it is inspiration, or you have a muse. So I heard the word muse. So there is like, spiritual or universal assistance or help that is kind of pouring and filtering through you. And again, you may not be aware of it, but it is there. That assistance is around you and it's there. So that's why it's important to kind of just trust the next thing. And I'm hearing from Spirit that you are, Capricorn, that you are trusting the next thing. So you're doing an excellent job there. This is a really awesome week for you. I think that this is a positive sign as well. So if some of you are looking to put something out there and you're kind of wondering when the good time to do that is, it looks like this is a good time. So maybe even this week or next week, if there's like some kind of project that you're finishing up, I'm seeing that, you're charging right on ahead with that Knight of Wands. You're kind of, ready to start this process here. So this is really good. And then just trust in how the universe will kind of conspire with you in making these dreams come true. It does really, I'm also hearing the word focused. So I do see you being very focused. And that's a beautiful thing to be as well, because I think you don't have all these conflicting things that you're wanting. You're very focused on this particular thing that you're trying to bring about. So that will also help in the manifestation. Just make sure that you find some time to rest as well, that you're not overworking yourself with that Four of Swords. I'm also hearing declutter the mind a bit. So meditation might be really important for you this week as well. So, you work really hard during the day, and then at the end of the day, maybe create like a spiritual practice of meditating and clearing the mind. And that way you're reset and ready to go for the next day. So beautiful, very productive week ahead, Capricorn. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on to Aquarius. What do we have coming up for Aquarius for the week of September 20th to the 26th? Okay, what do we have coming up for Aquarius for the week of September 20th to the 26th? Ooh, very nice. Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So I heard the word cultivate. Okay, Four of Cups. So Aquarius, it kind of feels like you're really in your own space this week. Let's pick one more. Okay, beautiful. All right, so Aquarius, it kind of feels like you're in your own space this week. It feels like you may be working on something very specific or wanting to build something. I really like the Queen of Pentacles. She is someone who takes her time in building her life and building a sense of stability for herself. Pentacle cards are always, these long-term, slow-moving cards, but because it takes time to build those foundations. The Queen of Pentacles is very good at knowing what a life needs, like what a good, wholesome life needs. We need stability, we need love, we need, all the things that create a fulfilling and nourishing, flourishing life, right? And she's also patient enough to know what it takes to build that things don't just come quickly. And I kind of feel like, Aquarius, you are building, I heard the word nest egg. So some of you may be really trying to build a nest egg for yourself. Some of you may be wanting to make sure that you have a sense of security for yourself. Even if you are in a partnership with another person, you may feel like you still want something of your own. And so there's a beautiful independent energy to Queen of Pentacles as well. And it also comes from a place of knowing how to do that, knowing how to keep yourself strong and independent. I felt like a very independent energy from the Queen of Pentacles. So it kind of feels like, and with the Four of Cups, I just kind of feel like you may just want to be alone. Some of you may just kind of feel like there may be some love offers coming your way. There may be, people wanting to kind of be with you, spend time with you, hang out with you, that kind of thing. But with the Four of Cups, I'm seeing that you're too focused on building something or creating something, that your mind is more in that area or in that space rather than wanting to really include too many people in your space. I mean, you may have like those few close people, but it kind of feels like you're needing some space or some boundaries with others. So I think this week it may be important for you to set some boundaries, to make sure you take some space to retreat. If you're around a lot of people or you kind of feel like your energy is being pulled in many different ways, I'm seeing that this week will be very good to try to get away from just for a few minutes. Like if you can't really, really take time off for yourself, if you have like family over visiting or something like that, make sure you take a few minutes or maybe like an hour to yourself and just excuse yourself. And it kind of feels like that's going to be important for you, Aquarius, to make sure you have a second to regroup and gather yourself. I kind of feel like you're going to be wanting that. It may be overwhelming to have too many people around you because your mind is more in a space of like, how can I... And this also brings me to the Knight of Swords as well. How can I create what I want for my life? And that's what you're focused on. You're very ambitious and very goal-driven this week. And so that seems to be where your mind is at. How can I build this life for myself where I'll be happy and stable and secure? The Knight of Swords is a card where it's like you're using your intellect to figure out how to navigate around a situation, and to also how to plan things out. It's like this, and it's also, I'm also seeing kind of exerting your sense of power. I'm also seeing from the Knight of Swords. You're kind of charging in ahead, and you could be very vocal this week. You could be very, I'm seeing something with your voice, like you're communicating your truth, communicating what you think, communicating what you believe. And that's going to show up for you this week. You may have to set some boundaries. You might be, letting someone know that they're kind of being intrusive or they're in your space too much, something like that. I'm seeing something with communicating with others this week. That seems to be kind of important. So let me pick a animal totem here, and let's see what else we have coming up for you, Aquarius. It's an interesting week. It kind of feels like your energies are being pulled in a lot of different directions, but you yourself are very focused on one thing. And I think that because these intrusive energies are kind of pulling you in many directions, you may feel like you really need to communicate, kind of in telling other people to pretty much back off. Okay, so let's see what your power animal is for this week, Aquarius, for the week of September 20th to 26th. Okay. Wolf spirit. Yeah. So this is kind of being, wolves have a very independent... They do travel in packs, yes, but they also do have an independent streak to them, They are very powerful. They are very, what's the word? Not maybe dominating, but it's also just being very, like, standing in your power and integrity, like having a sense of integrity is what I'm seeing. And I think that you're going to need to use your mind this week a lot in navigating certain situations. So if you're coming across, maybe difficult people or a sticky situation, that I'm seeing, Aquarius, you're going to need to use some of your intellect or your analytical skills to kind of navigate to find a solution. Like, you're not going to find it with intuition or your emotions or what you're feeling. This is going to be more up in the mind space. This is going to be more of just, how can I deduce the solution to this one problem? So you're going to definitely be using that headspace a lot this week. So good luck, Aquarius. I think it's going to be a good week. I just kind of feel like it's going to be also a week for you to make sure you ground and take some time to yourself to regroup if you kind of feel like there's too much going on. So, okay. Beautiful, Aquarius. I wish you all the best. Moving on to Pisces. Okay. Oh, okay, Pisces. Oh, beautiful. Sun card, Pisces. This is so nice. Love that. So sun is abundance. It's peace. It's happiness, joy. It's the calm after the storm, which is always good to see. I'm seeing you feeling good, Pisces. I'm seeing you relaxed is what I'm seeing. It kind of feels like you just came from, like, also, I'm also kind of getting this sense of being tired at the same time. So maybe you did just come from like some storm type of dynamic or experience, but it kind of feels like you're getting a chance to rest and rejuvenate and just find some quiet time, or just find some time to enjoy yourself. Like, I'm seeing people shopping at the mall, but just kind of feeling really, and it looks like an outdoor mall. Like one of those outlet malls. And it kind of just feels like it's just, well, what do you want to do today? And you just kind of go off on a whim, and, your schedule is free, and that kind of energy vibe. I mean, you may be busy, but it just kind of feels like the space or the energy that you're in is you're kind of just going with the flow, that this week. And, whatever comes up and that's what you feel like doing, that's what we're going to do. So see what else we have coming up for you, Pisces, this week. Okay, just one, please. Too many cards. My goodness. Knight of Pentacles, beautiful. Okay, so building your prosperity, building your foundations. Knight of Pentacles is, again, Pentacles is also a very slow moving card, because it's just that taking that time to build and grow. I'm hearing learning something new, or learning the ropes about something, or learning how something works. Let's see what else we have. This week, I'm also hearing grounding is going to be very important. You may find that your headspace is swirling with a lot of ideas. So it's going to be hard to kind of get out of the headspace. I'm seeing travel, actually. Some of you may be traveling, going somewhere. Oh, beautiful. Okay, really nice. Some of you may find some success actually this week. There's some really beautiful abundant cards here. And it kind of feels like, Pisces, you may be focusing on your career. You may be focusing on a business. Some of you are focusing on your education, but something that really builds a foundation for yourself. Something where you have an ability to enjoy the finer things in life. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of abundance and enjoying by having more than enough for yourself. So kind of being able to indulge. Some of you may find, I'm hearing, some of you may get in a promotion, or kind of walk into a good opportunity that brings in a good amount of money for yourself. Because I'm seeing like this, I'm seeing a gift, like a gift of like a boost in your bank account kind of thing, so you may find that there is an incoming of abundance this week for you, which is really beautiful. You have such beautiful cards this week: the Sun, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So I really feel like maybe some of you are going on a vacation. Some of you may be just relaxing, getting away. And maybe that's why I saw that, there's, I saw some people just kind of shopping in the mall and just really enjoying themselves. Some of you may be on a vacation this week, which is really nice as well. So enjoy that. I hope you guys do enjoy if you are on a vacation. And if you're not, maybe this is a good week to just allow yourself to kind of maybe spoil yourself this week and enjoy your own space. I'm not seeing you around too many people. I'm kind of seeing either you're by yourself, or you might be with like one other person that you really enjoy being around. So it's a good week, Pisces. Let's see what your animal totem is for this week, September 20th to the 26th. Overcome any obstacle. I really kind of feel like you just came from something, like you came from something that might have been a bit stressful, because here we have the Rhino spirit. We have overcome any obstacle. So I kind of feel like it did have this, your energy had this, I'm kind of tired, but now I'm okay. I'm resting and I'm just kind of recovering from something. So I think that it's going to be a good idea this week to really, spoil yourself, indulge, recuperate, rest. I'm hearing a job well done. So you might have just accomplished something. Some of you might have just finished up a project. Some of you might have just gone through some stressful work situation, or not stressful in the sense that it was it was more of it was just a lot of work, or it took a long time, something to build, something to grow. So I think that this is going to be a good week to congratulate yourself, to celebrate your hard work, and to just relax and enjoy and indulge here. So it's like a week of luxury, which is nice. I like that. So I hope you enjoy, Pisces. I hope you find time to spoil yourself this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on to Aries. Okay, Aries, what do we have coming up for you in the week of September 20th to the 26th? Okay, your third eye is going to be opening up this week. Trust your intuition is what I'm sensing. Yeah, your spidey senses are out. Like you're kind of tuning into a situation. You're not trusting something. There may be kind of like a person that you come across that looks kind of suspicious, or kind of like brings up like a red flag, something like that. Okay, beautiful. We have the Empress. I'm hearing some of you may be really coming into your gifts. So maybe some of you are super intuitive and you're kind of discovering that you have this really beautiful gift for it. There's something about bringing something to light, something that is very natural to you and something that you're really good at. And it's almost like you just discovered this, like something that you're just realizing something and you're like, oh my God, I think I'm good at this. And I think there's something here. So I am sensing that. Let's see what else we have going on here. September 20th to the 26th. For Aries. There's something that's like really caught your attention and you're like just running with it. Wow, High Priestess. Okay, yeah, I like the High Priest. And this is really significant because now we have a lot of major arcana cards here. We have Empress and the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is, knowing what's within our shadows, knowing the underlying parts of ourselves that we haven't been aware of yet, or we haven't explored yet. So there might be something that comes to light this week. There may be something that really gets revealed to you about yourself. What else do we got here for Aries? I almost said Isis. How interesting. So I think that maybe Isis is a spiritual being you might want to work with, a goddess that you might want to work with, Aries, or maybe some of you are very attracted to Isis, or you like to work with Isis, the Egyptian goddess. So that might be kind of, well, and it's really beautiful because they're now just telling me Isis is, symbolism often for the Divine Mother. And then we have the Empress here. Maybe some of you might be getting pregnant. Some of you may be hearing that you're pregnant this week. Some of you may be trying, and if you're not, then maybe be cautious there. But yeah, there's like this strong feminine, divine feminine, motherly energy that's coming in. Wow, beautiful. There's a surprise, something being uncovered. Gorgeous. And the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is all about manifestation. It's also about bringing to light through your through this fiery passion that you have. And I'm seeing a lot of red here. So there seems to be a lot of high energy, a lot of action, a lot of push forward, a lot of movement forward. I'm also seeing Aries being very energized, being very inspired and motivated. I love the King of Wands. King of Wands is very enthusiastic, likes to be very, I want to say the word worldly, likes to kind of learn about the world and likes to push forward and explore new ideas and put them into action and be really creative with things. And I love how there's like this golden stream just pouring out of the King of Wands' wand, I think is what she's holding in her hand, the King of Wands. So it's like this, creating magic, being able to manifest something. So some of you may be experiencing some of the manifestations that's coming to light. You may see signs of that. There's something really beautiful kind of being birthed into your life, Aries. This is really gorgeous. I love this. So it's very fiery and passionate. This month, and uncovering something finally coming to light, or something, seeing the truth, or something being revealed. And I think alongside that, there is an opening from that. Like maybe there's something that, like a solution to a problem you've been stumped on, and you finally find the solution, and it helps move you forward. Or if you're like at a crossroads and you're finally able to kind of choose the right path for yourself, so you figure something out. So very intuitive also this week. I did feel the third eye opening. So pay attention to what you're sensing, trust your intuition, trust your gut. And I love that the High Priestess is there, because that's what that's about. The High Priestess is about trusting your intuition. It's connecting on a deeper level to our spiritual side. So it's going to be important for you to trust your instincts this week, Aries. Let's see what your power animal is for September 20th to the September 26th for Aries. Be playful. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that I feel like the Sandpiper spirit and the King of Wands are kind of matching up here with, play around, be enthusiastic, or have that charisma with your ideas. I kind of feel like I'm seeing that there's something you are creating, or something that you want to push forward in. And I'm hearing from spirit, add some fun and playfulness to it, and it will make the experience a lot more enjoyable for you. Kind of put aside the doubts, the fears, any kind of resistance you have, and change your perspective into more of a fun and playful perspective. And your ideas will flow a lot more easier, So, if we're preoccupied with if people will like it, if this will be successful, or if it will work, or if it will come true or not come true, whatever it is you're trying to manifest in your life, I'm hearing from spirit to take more of a fun and playful attitude towards it, and kind of let the other stuff go. I mean, it will be there. Those worries are always there. But if we can kind of shift our perspective into, I'm just going to have fun with this. I'm going to stop worrying about if it works or it doesn't work. I'm just going to have fun. I'm going to enjoy myself, and let's just see what happens. So I'm seeing that kind of attitude coming through here for Aries. So if you feel like you're getting kind of hung up or stuck on ruminating on the negative side, I'm seeing maybe bring some playfulness to it, and it will really move the energy forward. It will be of great service to you, Aries. So really beautiful, powerful, high energy week, but yeah, really good. It kind of feels like you have the powers in your hands this week, Aries. Really beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on to Taurus. Beautiful, Taurus. Okay, Taurus, here's your first card for the week of September 20th to the 26th. You have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is cultivating what we've already built for ourselves. It's kind of harvest time. I'm hearing some of you may be getting a bonus in work. Some of you may be getting bonus, promotion, something, an increase in your paycheck. Or just like kind of like a reward or a gift. Yeah, in abundance. Really beautiful. Also, I see some of you kind of tuning into if you want to take a vacation or want to buy something, you're kind of looking at your finances and wanting to put it towards something. So like, do I have enough to, I heard Christmas shopping. Maybe some of you are already thinking about going Christmas shopping. Do I have money budgeting for that? I heard that. So some of you are focusing on that. Knight of Wands, really nice. Okay, yeah, so taking action towards something. I kind of feel like there's something that you want to buy or something you want to pay for. Really beautiful. And then Six of Wands here. So the Six of Wands is a card of victory. It's a card of kind of finding what works for you, or finding where you belong, or your talent, your skill, what you like to do. There's a sense of accomplishment or finding something you're looking for this week, Taurus. So it kind of feels like you're being rewarded for something, and you want to turn those rewards into something else that will increase this flow of abundance and blessings towards yourself. So that seems to be what is coming in for you this week. It kind of feels like there's something you want to splurge on, something you want to give yourself, something you want to experience. It feels like, and it kind of feels like, maybe if some of you get that promotion or paycheck, you're kind of feeling like, okay, well, it looks like I can afford a vacation for myself. So you're going online and looking up places to go, that kind of thing, that kind of vibe is what I'm sensing. Also, some of you, I'm seeing that you may get a great idea for work. You may find like a solution to a problem, or like you'll find like an avenue or a route to figuring something out. And that will kind of lead to a sense of victory or success. So some of you, I'm particularly seeing school. So like if, for example, it's just an example, if you're working on like math homework and you're stuck on a math problem, it's like this week you'll find that solution to a math problem, figure out how to do the problem, and then, obviously you pass the exam or something like that. So that's just an example, but that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up on. So however that applies to you, kind of finding a solution to something and being able to propel yourself forward this week. There's good progress, good forward movement this week. Okay. Transformation is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah, it kind of feels like there is an accumulation of something you've been working really hard on. And it kind of feels like this is going to be a celebratory week for you as well, or you're kind of planning how to celebrate your success. Butterfly spirit really brought me back to the Seven of Pentacles, because what I saw was that, in order for us to really become the butterfly, you have to really go through being the caterpillar and go through the chrysalis. And, you have to go through the time, and you have to, just like the Seven of Pentacles is building this beautiful tree with all the apples on it, and now he's kind of sitting up here in his tree, and he's cracking it open and enjoying some of the fruits of his labor. So it's not that, he's done and he's reached the end of his goal, but it's also being able to see the rewards from all your hard work, and being able to figure out, where do I want to go from here? Okay, so what's the next step? What's the next move? Sevens are always a card that shows up when we're in this analytical kind of assessing where we are. What do we want to do? How do we move from here? So being able to tune into that is going to be really important for you. But also acknowledging how far you've come, acknowledging how much you've learned up until now, or all the things that you've accomplished up until now. So there is this celebratory vibe to this week as well. Where you want to be able to just take a break for all that you've done up until now, and being able to look back and see how much you've accomplished, and pat yourself on the back for that. That's what I'm feeling with the butterfly spirit, is to acknowledge this process that you had to go through in order to be the person that you are today. So that's what I'm kind of feeling with that. So beautiful, beautiful week ahead. It's all about kind of assessing and figuring out where you want to go from here. Very interesting. I'm also hearing some of you might want to move, or might want to like get a new apartment or a house, something like that. So there might be some movement cards as well here. So very nice. I wish you the best of luck this week, Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, what do we have coming up for you this week of September 20th to 26th? Ooh. Okay, so this is very, very interesting. We have quite a few cards that came up, but they're telling me just to pick these. Okay, these are huge. These cards are really, really nice. Love this. Look how powerful you are, Gemini. We have 2 Emperor cards. So this deck, for some of the cards, they have like a double, they have like a female figure, and then they also have the male as well. And what's really interesting is that you have both here, which is just incredible. So the Emperor and the Emperor, and then we have the 9 of Cups, which is enjoyment. It's being able to really enjoy yourself. Some of you may be going to an event, and so you're really kind of having fun, enjoying yourself, feeling really rewarded and accomplished, feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment for yourself. It's also a card of wishes coming true. It's this being able to celebrate something that has been manifested for you in your life, and something that you really were able to build. And I love that the Emperor cards are here as well, because Emperors are a sign of power, a sign of leadership, a symbol of authority, and a symbol of sitting on your throne, And so you may be in a very powerful position this month. Maybe some of you are the head of your home, the head of the family. Some of you may be leaders, in a business or in a community. So it kind of feels like this month you're going to feel like you're the Emperor is what I'm seeing. You're going to feel honored. You're going to feel like you are maybe the star of the show. You're going to feel like you are kind of sitting in your throne and really being able to relish and look back at your accomplishments, or feeling a sense of pride, feeling confident in yourself is what I'm sensing. You're feeling good about yourself. That solar plexus energy is strong this week for you, Gemini. I'm also saying just be careful with how much energy you're putting on. What I'm seeing is like, allowing other people to also have the center stage, like not trying to overpower the stage, and just kind of allowing, like, yes, like it's great to be confident and to feel that. But sometimes Emperor also comes with a sense of a bit of arrogance. So just kind of, if you kind of feel like you're, you might be, like just kind of, what I'm sensing is like, let other people also have a chance to talk, or let them also have a chance to kind of shine as well. Because you may be just feeling really good, and you may want to like just kind of soak up the sun this week. I don't know what's going on, but there might be just kind of a situation or something that helps you to feel that. And it just makes you in a very happy, joyful, celebratory space here with the 9 of Cups. So just make sure that you're aware of your surroundings is what I'm hearing. I think that's the best way to put it. Be aware of your surroundings and be aware of the people around you, because of this card here in the middle, where the Emperor is kind of holding all the people around him or her, and not maybe like, being able to share the space with others as well. So, okay. Very powerful week this week. Let's see what we have coming up for you in your animal totem. What is Gemini's animal totem this week of September 20th to the 26th? Clear out the clutter. So what I hear here is the voices. I'm hearing voices. So clear out, like maybe a lot of there may be just like a lot of opinions that are coming your way. There may be a lot of people telling you a lot of different things, and you may feel kind of conflicted on what to choose or where to go. So what I'm seeing is here in Frog Spirit is to be able to listen to yourself and your intuition. And if there kind of feels like there's a lot going on around you, or there's too many people talking talking to you, too many opinions being imposed upon you, and that this will be a good week to be very connected to your truth and what you know to be true and what you believe, and not to be too much swayed with how other people want you to go. So they're bringing me back to the Emperor card. So this may not even be you as the Emperor. I feel like you are going to feel this really good, powerful, joyous place with the Nine of Cups as well. But what they're also telling me is that you may be around someone. So this could be you, the Emperor, for example, and then this other Emperor could be other people, is what I'm seeing. So the other one could be where you feel overpowered, or you kind of feel like other people are trying to kind of sway you or control or manipulate how you do something, how you think, how you make your decisions, that kind of thing. So that dynamic is there, kind of like this fight for power, or this kind of struggle between who's right and who's wrong and who do I listen to kind of thing. So with the frog spirit, what I'm hearing is to, if there's too much noise around you, or too many opinions, too many people talking to you, then it's really important to tune in and to clear out all those extra voices and listen to what you know to be true within yourself. So very beautiful, Gemini. I think there's some moving pieces that you'll need to coordinate this week. But all in all, it feels like a very beautiful, joyous week because of that Nine of Cups. That's a card of celebrations. And it's also a card of wishes coming true. Something you might have been waiting for a long time. Something this week might happen where you kind of feel like, oh yes, my prayers have been answered, or finally I kind of see this happening for me, and this is really exciting. So very, very beautiful. I wish you the best of luck this week, Gemini. And moving on to Cancer. Okay, Cancer, what do we have coming up for you this week of September 20th to the 26th? What do we have coming up for Cancer this week? Okay, Cancer, tuning into your intuition as well. Being very discerning. I'm seeing you kind of playing chess in your mind. Like there's a chess game happening in your mind. Kind of reminds me of that show, The Queen's Gambit, I believe, came out last year. But kind of like planning your moves ahead of time, so you know, almost kind of like you're going into a situation where you're going to need to stay a few steps ahead to be able to keep your balance and keep your sense of control, your personal control. Yeah, so strategy is what I'm seeing. Being very strategic going into this week. I'm going to do this like this, and if this happens, then I'm going to do it like that. And, I'm going to make sure that this is in place and I have this. And if that goes wrong, I'm going to have it like this, like that. So you're kind of planning things out that way this week. Okay, Cancer, what do we have coming up for you in September of 20th to the 26th? Beautiful. Beginning of new relationships here with Page of Cups and the Sun card, which is really gorgeous. Okay, so celebration is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing also an outpouring or generosity of love, affection, and abundance coming into your life. Might be a celebratory week for you. And the Sun card, I kind of feel like, it's like you're in your happy place. The Sun is a joyous thing. And I'm kind of seeing a celebration here because we have sixes. Page of Cups is also the beginning stages of a new relationship, a partnership, is also a connection with another person. So a lot of love there, a lot of, and an offering of love as well. I'm also seeing that, I'm also hearing that, with Pages, as a beautiful energy as it is, I am seeing that it could also be a time of being aware of certain people that are around you that may come off as a bit immature, is what I'm seeing. But I don't don't think that that's too big of too big of an energy. I did see a little bit of it, but it doesn't kind of seem like it's overpowering the week. More so, I'm seeing the Page of Cups is coming in as an energy of partnerships with another person. You may be meeting someone new, or there just could be this new beginning in relationships with other people, or you may find like you may end up going on a date. I see some of you going on a date, and then kind of seeing you enjoy yourself, that kind of thing. It's like the beginning stages of that, beginning stages of some new friendships and relationships there. The Sun card is, again, a really beautiful card. It's an auspicious card. So if any celebrations or auspicious things happening this week, this is a good week for that. And then the Six of Pentacles, again, is connecting with others and also being generous, being able to share with others and others sharing with you. So this is a good week of community, actually, Cancer. It kind of feels like you're going to be around a lot of people, or connecting with a lot of people, spending time with people. And it kind of feels like there's this bonding, or you could be spending time with family, you could be spending time with lots of friends, that kind of thing. So it seems like a fun week, actually. I think you're going to enjoy yourself, and you're going to really feel connected with others, or the others around you, and feel really celebrated and loved. Okay. What do we have coming up for Cancer in your animal totem? What is Cancer's animal totem for this week? Claim your independence. Beautiful. Okay. So I think that Cancer, what I'm hearing is giving yourself permission to be happy. Giving yourself permission to... Sorry about the motorcycle. Giving yourself permission to really love your life and love your choices, love who you are, the things that you have. Because what I'm seeing is that perhaps there could be people around you that are trying to make you feel another way about your life or your choices or your decisions. And that's what I was kind of seeing with the Page of Cups, that there might be kind of like this immature energy of people not really knowing how to be happy with you. Like if you're kind of happy about something or celebrating something, they may not know how to do that alongside with you. So they're trying to kind of bring you down to their level rather than helping you to celebrate. So I kind of feel like in this week, Cancer, there's going to be a need for you to not give too much of your energy to those types of energies or those types of people, and to just focus on yourself and whatever it is that you're celebrating. It does really feel like there's a celebration here, or there's an accomplishment is what I'm hearing. You might have also accomplished something. And so being able to feel proud of yourself and being able to celebrate yourself and being able to pat yourself on the back. So that's going to be important, Cancer, and not to get too discouraged or swayed by those who don't know how to be happy for you. So okay, beautiful, Cancer. I wish you the best of luck. Tuning into Leo next. Okay, Leo, what do we have coming up for you? September 20th to the 26th. Seeing creative projects, tuning into your creativity this week, playing around with things. There may be something that you're doing that is not necessarily your main source of income or work, but you may be kind of doing some things on the side as a hobby, or something that just kind of sparks or feeds your creativity. And I'm also hearing trying to get your mind off of things, so there may be something that you need to get your mind off of. Oh, interesting. Okay, Page of Cups and the Emperor here. I kind of felt like there's this energy of father and daughter here. So maybe if some of you are fathers, you may be connecting with if you have a daughter, you may be connecting with your daughter, and vice versa. Daughters, you may be connecting with your dad, that kind of thing. There's like a parent and child energy here. and kind of bonding or spending time with them or feeling closer to them. Yeah, that was very sweet. Very sweet energy, Leo. Very family vibes. What else do we have coming up for Leo this week? King of Cups. Yeah, okay. So King of Cups is let me just pick one more here before I turn into King of Cups. Oh, how beautiful. All right. So I'm really feeling family here, Leo. I'm feeling like there may be a side of you that comes out this week where you're kind of being like you're kind of like tuning in to other people, like their needs, maybe maybe your daughter needs someone to talk to, that kind of thing. So like lending a listening ear. King of Cups has a very nurturing, sweet energy to it. And it's kind of like being able to understand and empathize with others, and, being the one that gives others solutions on how to handle difficult things that are going on. And so you're kind of in this powerful place where there may be people coming to you, asking you for your advice and asking you to how to deal with something, or how do I navigate this, or how do I, how do I deal with this? Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. So there's also like this ability to let other people in emotionally, allowing them to have access to parts of you that you might normally keep closed off. So this week you may feel like you're softening a bit, that there's like a softer side to you that's coming out. That there is a side of you that wants to connect with people, and you're ready to let your guard down maybe. And I think that with the Ace of Pentacles, which is such a beautiful card, it's a card of beginning of prosperity, of solid foundations. And what I kind of felt like with this is actually more with the home. Yes, Ace of Pentacles usually has a strong correlation with business and work and that kind of thing. So for those of you who are starting a new business or building something, Ace of Pentacles is such an auspicious card for that. So whatever it is you're doing, this is a good sign. Keep building that, keep working on that. And then another message with that is if you are someone who is kind of reconnecting with family or trying to, maybe I'm kind of hearing like there's like a healing with some ties that might have been severed before, so there might have been this reconciliation in relationships with your family, something like that. But I'm kind of seeing like a new beginning there. So a new beginning, starting over, new beginning with family. So that's really exciting. So, so for those of you who might be looking to reconnect with your family, or excuse me, I had something in my throat. Reconnect with your family and wanting to open those lines of communication. It's like, those communication lines have been closed, or maybe there's some estrangement with certain people in your family, that kind of thing. So this is very interesting. I really like this. This is a good time. I'm hearing take it slow and just kind of let it happen the way it needs to happen, and that don't really have in terms of this relationship with family, some of you are resonating with that. So if you're resonating with that, just let it happen the way it needs to happen, and don't try to force a certain outcome or the speed of how fast you want that to happen. Just kind of be more of this King of Cups of, understanding and empathizing, and knowing that everyone comes around in their own time, and, people need different varying amounts of space, or, that kind of thing. So very beautiful. There's a strong energy of building a foundation here, a strong energy of kind of building a long-term stability in terms of home and work. So very, very auspicious, very promising. I like that word better. Very promising. Okay. Let's see what your animal totem is, Leo. What is Leo's animal totem for the week of September 20th to 26th? Be fearless and bold. So I kind of felt like with the Badger spirit, with the fearless and bold, it's kind of like go forward, keep going forward with your dreams. I kind of feel like, you're already doing that, Leo. But it feels like there is just a confidence that's coming in through for you, and you're just kind of charging on ahead for what you want. I kind of feel like if you want that relationship, you're kind of going for it. If you want that career, you're going for it. So that kind of thing. So I think I almost kind of feel like Spirit is saying congratulations or good job for kind of embodying this Badger spirit of being fearless and bold. I feel like you're making some really good steps in the right direction, and it feels like you are ready to take things to the next level, is what I'm hearing. You're ready to go on to the next level. So what's next for me? What's next for me? You're ready to move forward there, which is really beautiful. So there's a lot of promise here, and I really like the potential. So keep doing what you're doing. The energy is really nice. It's really comforting, very grounding, and it is in the right direction. I'm not seeing too many blockages or hindrance. Actually, the opposite. I'm seeing an opening of a blockage, an opening of, maybe an area where you haven't had access to before, you haven't been able to have access to before. I'm kind of seeing, Leo, that things are opening up for you now, and the gateway is through, like in the King of Cups, how her skirt is just opening up. So there's passage through with the ship. The ship can finally cross through. So that's really beautiful. I'm excited for you, Leo, and I wish you the best of luck this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on to Virgo. Okay, Virgo, what do we have coming up for you this week? Beautiful. Oh my gosh. King of Pentacles. Success, prosperity. And coming into your power. Okay, so standing your ground is what I'm hearing. Standing your ground. Ooh, I'm hearing kind of like you might get an opportunity to kind of like show off a little bit this week. Kind of show off what you have, or show off your success or something that you accomplished. Very nice. Beautiful. Just one, please. Let's do that again. Virgo. Yeah. Oh my goodness. King and King. Yeah, very powerful this week, Virgo. Yeah, it's kind of like you're really putting yourself out there. Something about being very empowered. You're very empowered this week. I love how we have the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands. Very dynamic. There's some kind of like fruits of your labor coming in. Getting to experience the prosperity, abundance, and getting to express with the King of Wands, like getting to express what you have become. I'm really kind of feeling this energy of showing off, but in a good way, like you worked hard for this, or you really built yourself up for this. I mean, King of Pentacles understands the value in working hard and that slow growth, that over time, as we keep staying persistent, as we keep working on something and, persevering through that, we can build something really substantial and solid and beautiful for ourselves. And it's the card of stability and security. It's much more than just abundance. It's more of stability, security, and long-term success, long-term abundance. And then the King of Wands is knowing how to, I'm hearing like knowing where to put your energy, like knowing what to invest in, knowing what to choose, because you've kind of learned over the course of time how to create the things that you want. It's almost like a master in manifesting. Oh my goodness. And we have the Empress. And so abundance and fruition. This is like the most beautiful, I want to say, out of all the readings I've done so far, Virgo. This is gorgeous. I mean, we have fertility, we have abundance. If some of you are looking to get pregnant, this may be a week where you find that you're getting pregnant, or maybe a good week to do that. So if not, be careful then. But it's also about creating. It's about really creating something for yourself. But I mean, maybe some of you Virgos may be going to an event, or you may be seeing people, and like you get to kind of express this aura or this sense of, look how far I've come and look what I've done. I'm kind of hearing also some things may be celebrated in your honor. So you may be celebrated this week. That's going to be really amazing and beautiful. So this is really your week, Virgo. This is gorgeous. I love this. I mean, this is such a beautiful combination of cards with the Empress card. I mean, the Empress is, it's abundance, and it's also a good time to act upon some of the things that you've been working on. This is a good time to put things out. I'm seeing a lot of results. You'll yield a lot of good results or good outcome, a good responses from the things that you put out right now, because you're in a very powerful place. It's like the stars are aligned in your favor right now, which is really good. So let's see what your animal totem is, Virgo. Is Virgo's animal totem for the week of September 20th to 26th. Magic is what I heard. I heard the word magic. Be playful. Yeah. Okay. So I think that this is also a good week of celebration. You might be celebrating yourself. But I'm also kind of seeing that this may be a good week to I'm seeing like you don't have to be too modest this week. I'm actually kind of seeing it's a good thing to show off. Don't be shy or don't be modest. Kind of flaunt a little bit of what you have, or kind of like let people know that, you know, you have these beautiful things about your life, and or what you're capable of, or what you like, show more of yourself. Like, don't hide your gifts, don't hide your talents. If you have something to be successful about and be proud about, like let people know, tell them. I'm kind of feeling like you'll be applauded or you'll be congratulated this week. I'm not seeing anyone looking at you with envy or jealousy, or, I mean, those people are always there, but we don't have to pay attention to them. It's just more about celebrating yourself and really focusing on, this beautiful person that you've become, or what you've allowed yourself to grow into. Because it really kind of feels like there's been this long build or momentum of something, and it's time to enjoy it, like enjoy that experience. So really beautiful, Virgo. I'm so happy for you and so proud of you. I hope this week is great for you, and I'll see you for next week. Tuning into Libra now. Okay, Libra, what do we have coming up for you for the week of September 20th to the 26th? Beautiful. 9 of Pentacles. Enjoying yourself, enjoying your abundance. This could also be a time of traveling, going somewhere, taking a vacation, getting away. I'm also kind of seeing you, Libra, just kind of, being in your own space and not really caring what other people are thinking of you this week. Like, there's kind of, like, you may be kind of making some choices or decisions where people have something to say about it, but you're not really caring about that. It's just, you're detaching. And there's a sense of a detachment from this 9 of Pentacles. And you are standing firm and strong in who you are. And there's just this shifting of focus from the negative into, really celebrating what you have and enjoying what you have. There's a level of gratitude and a level of a sense of, being in the present moment with all the blessings and gifts that you have. Let's see what else we have coming up for you, Libra. Wow. Oh my goodness. Empress really wants to come out this week. So many cards have gotten the Empress this week. Okay, so the Empress again is abundance. It's about enjoying yourself. It's also about, I'm seeing that there may be an increase in your passion. I'm seeing the sacral chakra igniting this week. So creativity, wanting to create, wanting to build things is going to be a driving force for you this week. You're going to feel inspired. You're going to feel inspired to want to like act on something, to want to create something. Some of you may also, it's also a very good fertility card. So if you're wanting to build a family, something like that, that may be a good week for this week as well. See what else we have for Libra. High Priestess, yes. Okay, so again, tuning into your wants, your desires, but also kind of being very true to yourself and speaking your mind, or kind of communicating, this is where I stand on something. This also may be the courage to connect with your inner truth, which is a message that I brought back into the general energies. Going back into the general energies, there was a strong message of connecting with your inner truth. So being very strong and firm in that, and kind of being very honest about what it is that you really want for yourself in your life. It kind of feels like, Libra, you're shifting your focus onto the self. You're focusing on the things that make you happy, and not wanting to, it's not necessarily anymore about pleasing other people. It's not about giving everybody else what they want and neglecting your needs and wants. I kind of feel like there's this overdue of, kind of reclaiming some of your power and bringing back to yourself all the things that you felt like you've lost or you might have given away. And I feel like by doing that, and I think that's why I'm seeing, they're showing me, by reclaiming your power and taking back control of something, it's going to feed your ability to want to create, because now you have the energy for it. You're no longer being drained from the people around you or certain situations where it asks you to consistently abandon and neglect yourself. So this is going to be a good week to do that. It's going to be a good week to stand your ground. It's going to be a good week to set your boundaries. It's going to be a good week to tune into your intuition and to trust your intuition, because that's what the High Priestess is about. Is about trusting your intuition and looking deeper within and seeing what it is that you really want and how different that is from maybe what other people want for you or from you. So it's going to be a powerful, standing in your power type of week here, Libra. Let's see what your power animal is. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Nothing is wasted. Vulture spirit. Okay, so some of you might have had to go through some difficult experiences where you had to learn this lesson on how to stand your ground and how to take your power back. And just know that if some of you are kind of ruminating on, why did this happen to me? Or why did, how come they got this and I didn't? That kind of thing. There may be this lamenting or reminiscing of the past, or kind of feeling like some things have been lost or something I can't get back, that kind of thing. I'm hearing from Spirit an urge to shift your perspective into, but look at how it's transformed you and look at how it's made you into the person that you are today. I mean, you wouldn't have the wisdom, you wouldn't have the know-how, you wouldn't know to stand your ground or how to take your power back or how to stand up for yourself, that kind of thing, if you didn't go through these experiences. So yeah, the rose-colored glasses are off, but at the same time, you see life in a much more realistic viewpoint where you know how to navigate yourself around difficult situations. So nothing is ever wasted. Everything has a purpose and serves a purpose, and it all contributes to making us into the person that we are today. So I'm seeing from Spirit to, shift that perspective from maybe kind of more of a victim mentality to, but look at what it's made you into. Look at this beautiful person you've become. Love that. So beautiful and very empowering. So good message, Libra, and make sure you kind of enjoy yourself and celebrate yourself and validate your choices and to stand strong in your decisions this week. It's going to be important. Okay. Thank you so much, Libra. Have a wonderful week ahead. Moving on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, what do we have coming up for you the week of September 20th to the 26th? Oh, how beautiful. 10 of Cups. So some of you may have a deepening in connection with a partner. So some of you who are in a relationship, you may find that this week is a really good week for romance, for love, for connection, for bonding. There's a bonding here. And for those of you who are not in a relationship, this could also be a really, really good week for like feeling connected with someone special. So it doesn't have to be love, but it could also be, you know, with a feeling like a kinship, or like your home, or you have like a tribe, or you have a friend. And I kind of feel like it's coming from a place from difficulty. So for example, it's like, you know, sometimes when a group of people, or just a couple, like even a partnership, you know, when you kind of go through some difficulty together, it almost brings you closer together. And that's what I'm kind of feeling with the Five of Pentacles. You know, you're not really alone. You know, you are going through something with another person, and this other, you know, something that may be leaving you feeling left out, or feeling out in the cold, or kind of isolated from the rest of the world, may also in turn, on the other perspective, help you to feel closer with the people who are on that journey with you. So there's kind of like this deepening of bonds with you as well. And I think that they're bringing me to the flower that's in the cage, almost with this. So it's like her skirt or her dress became this wire. You know, it's like all the fabric around it has been withered away, and there's just this flower that's left with her. And so I'm kind of feeling like there is something that is remaining within you, even in the chaos, or in the experience of feeling left out, or feeling kind of, I'm hearing the word ostracized. So there may be something along those lines there. It's like, it's kind of beautiful, but very poetic at the same time. Let me see what else we got here for you, Scorpio. Another card for Scorpio, please. Okay. 8 of Wands. Okay, so Scorpio, it kind of feels like you're doing something radical. And you may be doing something radical with another person, or with another group of people. Maybe it's some unpopular opinion. Maybe it's not the thing to do. Maybe it goes against tradition. Maybe it goes against culture. Whatever it is, it's something where you are moving out of a space because you just can't survive there any longer. It's just not working for you anymore, and it's time to move on. It's time to make that shift. It's time to let those umbrellas carry you away into something that fits better for you. And I think that standing up for yourself and standing strong in your choices and decisions might make you feel a little bit like the Five of Pentacles, like you're out in the cold, like you're the only one who feels this way, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I'm also seeing that there is a beautiful coming together with another group, or another people, or another person, or even with yourself. Like there's this fulfilling energy of, you know, I don't need a whole lot of people around me, or I don't need these people to see it my way, because it could have been, you know, it's like you're trying to fit in with people who are not like us anyways, you know? And so in order to break away from those attachments or those bonds, we realize that, you know, it's better to kind of be alone, and then to wait for the right kinds of people to come into our life, rather than abandon and compromise ourselves and what really matters to us just to fit in, you know, just to kind of fit in with the group so we don't feel so left out, that kind of thing. So it kind of feels like this week you're being courageous about something, and you're standing your ground, and you're willing to be the Five of Pentacles in order to find your 10 of Cups. is what I'm seeing. So this is really beautiful. I mean, we have the 10 of Cups, so you can use that as your silver lining or that rainbow at the end of the storm. So but there is movement. There is a moving out of a specific dynamic or a specific energy, and kind of moving into, and then during that movement, there may be a sense of loss. There may be a sense of feeling like, you know, a bit unsupported or a bit like you're on your own here. But you're really not, actually. There's also this coming in of union and contentment and happiness, and being able to build a life for yourself that just feels a lot more nourishing and a lot more happy for you. So it's like this silver lining. So, okay, let's see what your power animal is, Scorpio. You move these cards up here. Okay. Oh, okay. Make your dreams real. Okay, so it kind of feels like, Scorpio, you are more in the space of creating a really strong foundation for yourself, a really strong life for yourself. And it kind of feels like that is what you're focused on. And I think that because of that focus, you may find that your energy is not so much in other things. Like you may be pulling away from priorities of making other things a priority, and putting all your focus on this one thing. And for some of you, it's your career. For some of you, it's your relationship, your marriage, your family, that kind of thing. Something that really, really matters to you. But with the Spider Spirit, what I'm seeing is like this laser light pinpoint focus on the one thing that you really want, and not letting other things sway you, or not letting other things distract you from those goals. I'm kind of feeling like the Five of Pentacles, it doesn't scare you. It's there, but it doesn't scare you. It's almost like you're used to it, right? Like you're used to kind of being left out, or no one really understanding you, or whatever. You know, it's like, Scorpio, if you've learned to be a one man or one woman show, you know, you've learned to kind of stand on your own 2 feet and be okay with just being different or having a different opinion, and not everybody agreeing with you. It doesn't phase you. I'm seeing it's just something that you tend to go through, but it doesn't really feel like it really phases you. You know, you just know to get up and move on, you know, and go to where you do belong, and whatever does fit at that time. Like very great survival skills there, Scorpio. Beautiful. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you have a beautiful week ahead. Thank you so much for tuning in. Moving on to Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, what do we have coming up for you this week? September 20th to the 26th. What do we have coming up for Sagittarius this week? How is Sagittarius doing this week for September 20th to the 26th? Oh, beautiful. Okay, so what I heard, Sagittarius, is you're starting to dream new dreams with the Queen of Pentacles. There is something about a feeling like you are being rewarded for something that you have worked very hard on. It's like you've come across a milestone, and you are ready to celebrate yourself. You're ready to go to the next level. You're ready to maybe showcase some of the things that you've experienced, you've learned, you've built for yourself. Some of you might also find that you're stepping into a mentor role, like you're teaching another person. You're kind of taking someone under your wing, and you're kind of teaching them how to navigate something. I'm kind of seeing like a professor taking on a student, and that student wanting to learn under them, kind of thing. So there is a strong message of that here with the Queen of Pentacles. There's this sharing what you know. There's a level of expertise, knowledge, wisdom that's coming through with the Queen of Pentacles, and something that you can definitely share and express with others that inspires others as well. So there's like this leadership, kind of mentor leadership energy that's coming through with the Queen of Pentacles, Sagittarius. Let's see what's coming else. What else is coming through for Sagittarius this week? Eight of Swords. Okay. So what I heard with the Eight of Swords is that you might have outgrown something. I'm kind of feeling like you have outgrown an outdated mind frame, or you have outgrown a belief, like a limiting belief about yourself. Eight of Swords is often the card of feeling stuck by our own mind. It's like our own perception of something, of our limitations, or feeling like we're trapped, but we're really not, because if you look at the cage is actually open, and he's not stuck in the cage. He can just leave whenever he wants. But because he's looking down and he's in this state of despair, he can't see the way out. But with this card, specifically for you, Sagittarius, this week, what I'm sensing is that you are ready to leave this cage. You've outgrown these, like the wings are just kind of like, they don't fit. You don't fit in this cage, right? Like it's outgrown and it's not comfortable being there. And so I'm kind of seeing, Sagittarius, that maybe you have been working on yourself. Maybe you have been working through some self-limiting patterns, some toxic beliefs, toxic patterns, or even relationships. And you're seeing how constricting they have been and how they have been limiting you in your potential. Right? And so what's unbelievably beautiful about this is that we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles on either side. And it's about releasing yourself from these, I'm seeing this in two different ways. One of the ways is releasing yourself from these self-limiting beliefs so you can become the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, right? Like, so you can become this stable, you can create stability for yourself. So you can create abundance for yourself. So you can bring about, you can manifest prosperity. You can manifest things, the life that you've always wanted. The Pentacles, the Queen and King of Pentacles, is all about creating this monetary wealth, abundance, prosperity, but also kind of being able to build it over a long period of time so it's sustainable. So it's not like this quick thing that just comes in and out. It's about working hard to be able to feel accomplished in your life so you can support yourself and support the people around you, and also to maybe even teach other people how to do that for themselves. So another avenue that I saw this reading going in was that sometimes the Queen of Pentacles and King of Pentacles can also show up as a mother and father figure. So some of you may also have learned some of these maybe limiting patterns, maybe around money, maybe around abundance, maybe feeling this sense of lack, having kind of like a poverty mindset. Is the Queen and King of Pentacles could be a mother and father that might have taught you that. That's where you learned that. Or it could have just been, maybe some of you grew up and you didn't really learn how to believe in yourself enough to create that abundance for yourself. And so I kind of feel like there's this energy of outgrowing all of that. Some of you might have like looked back in your past and looked at how, oh, well, you know what? I think I learned these patterns at this age, or because my mom did this, or because my dad did that, and this is what we always did, and this is what we learned. But now I'm realizing that kind of mentality actually limits you, and now I want to get rid of that mentality and bring something that actually builds my sense of abundance, and something that I can really create for myself so I can support myself. So there's this strong energy of repairing and healing the root chakra. So this may be a good month for that, and also the solar plexus. So solar plexus and root chakra could also be a really good energy center to work with this week for you, Sagittarius. Really beautiful, very healing, very empowering, very, very empowering. Okay, let's see what your power animal is. What is Sagittarius's power animal for the week of September 20th to 26th? I really like the energy, the trajectory of your energy, Sagittarius, that it's been going in, because it's been consistent healing and consistently just every day kind of working through this, like refining yourself almost, is what I've been seeing. And it kind of feels like every week there's just a growing in power. Like every week you're just growing and growing more and more powerful in yourself, which is really beautiful to see. I love that. Okay, let's see what Sagittarius' power animal. Bring a gentle touch. Yeah. So as you're kind of working through these things, it's important to be gentle with yourself. It's important to forgive yourself, is what I heard. Forgiveness is going to be really, really important in order to really let things go. And forgiveness is not an easy thing. Sometimes we forgive and then we wake up the next morning and we have to do it all over again. It comes in an ebb and flow. It returns. So it's be patient with yourself with the healing process. It's never linear. It can get messy. Healing can get messy. So it's like a one day at a time type thing, but I do see this something being lifted off, some kind of burden or some kind of like thought or pattern or belief that has been very limiting and very constricting, being lifted off of you. So you may even find that you're feeling lighter and more confident. And you also may be feeling like, that there's new dreams coming back, or maybe old dreams that you've had for yourself when you were younger and you kind of might have abandoned or set to the side, that some of those might be coming back again, like a return of a childlike way of dreaming about your future, which is a good thing. It's not in a negative light, in a positive light, where you feel hopeful about the future and you feel like this possibility is out there for you. So that's a really beautiful reading. I love seeing that, Sagittarius. Wonderful job. And thank you so much for tuning in. And I just want to say thank you so much for everyone for tuning in, and I will see you for next week. Bye, everyone.